You barely have to play. What's this? What's the other thing? Tiny, tiny. Whatever you like, think you're thinking. School break? How many miles? No, it was the PowerPoint to be there for that.
Boy, great. I don't know. Now we start back up in August.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
The next day here will be back.
Going back.
Vacation.
No. Starting the end of this month, I have two conferences, so we're gonna go to Rome. Next month for a couple of days. We can go to Spain. Back a couple of days. After July, like KPO. And then maybe camping too. So.
How much try to people to visa for 1 month? How much of that?
Oh, you got the visa?
Yeah. I think right now is free.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to take it.
Yeah, he said he was going back to Tibet.
Yes.
Yeah. Today.
Well, I just have been wanting to like have like a theme practice.
Only for
like,
1 month
stuff,
and
I'm like
we
been looking
you know,
for retreats and I
first time
looked at your website and I'm like, I need
That's
some.
when I saw him.
Energy. I've been looking on that. So
A while ago, and I think he was trying to get over.
yeah,
No, it's
so I
not
mean,
short.
like
It's
that.
going
Later,
to- until August.
Mhm.
Yeah, people from Ando area.
Really hard.
Yeah, they hold the paper.
Really?
Yeah,
absolutely. Really?
but he goes like the media.
Oh, that's really good.
So it's because you get to
Right, I know, it's really funny, it's just
from the band.
Yeah.
Because he's a mom. The guy saying, emphasis is even special.
it's injected all this through.
Is his mom okay? How's his mom?
Because you realize all the way from me and with whether you hug or you don't, you know what I mean? There's just like all this stuff.
How close do you get to someone, you know,
Yeah.
fake a
Right,
relationship?
exactly. And with Russians, it's even if you smile.
Yeah.
We had one Russian member who said, when I first came to America, Couldn't understand what's wrong. Everyone was smiling. That's like psycho.
Is something wrong?
Which says something about Russia, I guess.
Yes, so exactly.
You don't reveal your
That's right, that's right. But I remember being in Europe in 1970, boy, I could pick up the Americans from across. Even before they opened their mouths.
They go high. Yeah. This is a wonderful doctor.
Yeah.
We can start. Thank you.
Yes, the return of Dr. Kunchog. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much.
Only, Beverly, is that?
Yeah,
Um,
New Year.
Song of you're still ever at Goodman Street and then the house.
Oh,
Yeah, and then Beverly was a friend, you know, friend from Zen Center.
wow.
But lots of history and experience.
Yeah. Like, I think Tumbarambuchi, he studied Zen, like, Buddhism. Yeah.
You know, and also, yeah, Trungpa especially, did a whole lot.
Yeah.
There was one Zen master from San Francisco,
Mhm.
Suzuki Roshi, that he
Mhm.
was close to. And he actually incorporated a lot of things into Europa
Mhm.
Center. But also, actually going way back. Like the predecessor of Zen, you know, from Chinese, China,
Mhm.
Buddhism. His Holiness Drigan Chagda has done all sorts of research into that debate
Uh-huh.
between Kamalashila and Huang Shang, I think.
Hashang, yeah.
Yeah.
Hashang.
Hashang, yeah, so long ago. So it's very interesting. He said Megan working on that too, you know, what the story is that's come down and then
Yeah.
trying with modern scholarship, maybe what else could be happening. So it's very valuable stuff.
That's the Rimchipa and Stuchipa.
Yeah.
Rimchipa means step-by-step practice.
Yes,
And the
yes.
Stuchipa is
Sudden,
suddenly realized like
that, right,
Yeah,
right,
That,
right.
but the Nyangmapa also recognizes the Stuchipa.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But overall, people think about the general Buddhism.
Yeah,
That's why some other sects they're gonna deny.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We can start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not a,
Oh, okay.
Zen student, not really a Zen
Yeah.
master, but he did, absolutely.
Oh,
About, when there are demonstrations. Would that be available, is it one, going up on YouTube? Okay, so eventually it will be on YouTube. Is that all right with you?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, YouTube, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I go to YouTube. I
Oh.
forget,
Oh, okay.
you demonstrate something, then I go home and I don't.
Okay, you can take short video clip. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like a mock Sebastian. This is like a more practice.
Okay,
No more demonstration. Maybe it's one session of the preliminary Tibetan Sadhana exercise.
Problem.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
everybody can practice. I can share with you.
Mhm.
Before you doing like the rejuvenation, you have to open all of your channels, the chakras.
Mm.
That is one of the. It's not secret. That's everybody. Yes, the men breathe. Men breathe exercise. Okay, I will. Then you breathe. I'm gonna share with you some. This is very useful. Usually we do like exercise. We need to exercise like 10 or 20 minutes. Then you're gonna make start to sweating, yeah. And this preliminary exercise, like if you do one session, 2 or 3 minutes, immediately you're gonna be sweating. Yeah, this is a very powerful one, and I'm gonna not teach, share with you, you guys. And you can see like one, tanka here. Can you see here? No, the first one, first page, like the image. Oh, okay. No, yeah. And like the fifth Dalai Lama's time, one of the great Tibetan region, this is Sanji Jamso. He is one of the great scholars, not only Tibetan medicine, Buddhism, also astrology, and also Tibetan Tanka painting. And the Tibetan, the fundamentals of the Tibetan medicine book, which we call the Four Tantaras, Juju, and during this is Sanji Jamso time, they're painted, the meaning of the, Four Tantara. Okay, and this one is from the, Blueberry, which go to the one of the Tibetan medical book. And yeah, this is we're gonna practice tomorrow. After we familiar with how to make the, the ingredients, like for the different types of the ingredients, formulas of the rejuvenation, then you have to practice this in the tanka. This is one of like complicated, also it's very meaningful one. That's gonna share tomorrow. In Tibetan world, like you guys are very familiar in Tibetan tantric practice, there is some specific rejuvenation. Like for example, earth, stone, water, and medicine and a flower, also like the prana, lung, the wind, and the rejuvenation. You can see from the tantric books, the purpose of that kind of the practice and that kind of the rejuvenation is for, spiritual practice. You get it? And for here, this is from the third tantra of the Tibetan, medical book, never ever translated into English. And I started to translate using my broken English, and one of my best friend, also my patient, he's the 84,000, one of the 84,000, project translator. And we did it together. Maybe is not perfect. Maybe I need to go through it again. And it's good in the final one. Okay. And we called Zhen. Zhen is the essence of the universe, essence of the herbs, and essence of medical, medicinal herbs. You have to who to tackle, who to get the, essence of the medicines. That's what we call the Jilin practice. Also, another name is Gipasoa, to treat the aging. Because we are getting old, yeah? Who to treat, who to preventive, and how to prevent. I mean, like dementia, this is one of the specific symptoms of we are aging, getting old. Those kind of like things. And the Tibetan medicine, the third tantra, there is a specific chapter. I'm going to introduce this chapter, not going to teach like, some spiritual practice, this rejuvenation, okay? What is the benefit of this practice, of this, children rejuvenation? It's gonna be make you more younger and younger, yes? And Tibetan medicine, like there's 7 constituents. That is the blood, the essence of the food, essence for nutrition becomes the blood. And the blood, essence of the blood makes like the muscles, flesh. And at the end, we call it dang. It's the radiance, the completion. Yeah, completion. We call the dang, z. The Tibetans, they like to wear the jewel, z. If Z jewel, yeah, Z bead. Z bead is very expensive. This, Z and the essence of our food, essence of our body. You know, the last part of like, you know, the 7 constituents is dang. We call it zendang. Yeah. And also we wear that jewel, you know, necklace. That makes you like, you know, health. Also, your health, you can diagnose from the Z complexion. Z. You get it? It's more, it change your complexion and makes you more stronger. Okay? And clear your senses, sense organs. And make your sharp mind. And when you're getting old, your voice changes. Yes, that's what he has mentioned. Like, it's gonna be changing your voice more like you know, clear and beautiful, and increase the libido. This is the benefit of practice the rejuvenation, and it's so funny. Like in this chapter, there are a few. It's very easy to get the you know medicines, the materials, in the ingredients. Very easy, even here. You guys can practice other like Tibetan formulas, hard to get the ingredients in this country. But this, for example, the garlic, everywhere, organic garlic, yeah, everywhere. It's the one of the useful for the lung type, you know, the wind type person. When you're getting old, you have a deficiency of the lung. In Chinese, they're called qi, but in Tibetan called lung. Old people, when you are getting old, your type, your age is type of the lung. Very easy to get sick, very easy to, you know, forgot everything. That's why this lung,
I'm just joking.
lung.
I just.
Yeah. And also one of the, you know, the first benefit of the rejuvenation is longevity. Yeah.
Tashi to live.
You have the English translation? Oh, yeah, you can read that. Yeah. No. But the place for practice to take the pills.
Right.
Oh,
Some Buddhists believe that you don't eat garlic, because the Buddha said garlic was not good, right?
no, this is not related to the religion. This is connected to your health. That's why I mentioned the first time here. You know, like the Tibetan monks, when you become like an ordained monk, they never ever eat garlic and onion. Why? Okay. One thing is too strong smell.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is the one point, but actually that's not the point. The second point is garlic, onion, and this kind of, you know, makes you increase your flame. You know, the function of this type of the medicine, we call it the heaviness. And after you're eating like the garlic, what kind of like, you know, symptoms you have? Immediately you fall in sleep. That means that makes increase your pectin and the flame. Flame located inside, you know, the crown chakra. That's why, and also that increase the libido. Garlic and chive and onion. In Chinese medicine, the chive seeds they're using for the increased libido, and the Tibetan too. Yeah. Then, if you increase libido 1 point, if you increase like you know sleeping, yeah, happiness, they can't practice the you know spiritual like meditation because they are falling asleep.
Right.
Yeah, that you know 3 points. That's when they avoid the garlic stuff. But here, garlic is the best one. Okay, you can have it. Okay, yeah, yeah. And the place to practice this rejuvenation is, and usually in the Tibet they do retreat for rejuvenation practice. Yeah, and but here you can practice, you can have this rejuvenation, the formulas, with your daily life. You don't need to specific, to retreat. Yeah, if you have time and place, you should go to like, very peaceful place. There is no animals. Animals like, wolf, like they come to, harm to you. That's where that kind of place you have to give up, and just inside the forest, there's small river and the trees, the beautiful place you have to practice. And this is the same as like, other, meditation. You have to go to like a remote place to practice, very quiet place to practice. Yeah. It makes you like a peaceful mind. You get? Also, if you go to like a meditation head, which used to like a great master practice, if you go to there, you get a blessing from the place. That's why we go to pilgrimage, like the meditation caves and the holy places. Yeah, holy places to do like a short session of the retreat or meditation. Not only you practice spiritual practice, also you get the blessings from the Hani. Hani means the place, the holy place. Okay?
See the place.
Yeah.
That's it.
That you never heard? Huh? Yeah. The blessing of the place. The blessing from the place.
And it's energy.
Of course, and Americans they say like energy is good. That place energy is good.
That's Western.
Yeah. For example, like if you practice your daily, practice meditation session at your home or come to here, definitely here energy good, because many Tibetan Gachin Rinpoche and other many, great master came to give teachings, and they did like a, retreat or rituals. Yeah, that's why this place, the energy good. That me Tibetan, we not say like energy, we say like, oh, the blessing from the place, holy place. That's it. Yeah.
Dr. Kunchog, I have a story on that.
Mm.
Because the blessing of the place, because often for Americans, we don't recognize that. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I had a story on that I thought might be helpful. Because Americans generally, at least if you're thick-headed like me, you don't necessarily appreciate energy in that, and sometimes it sounds a little flaky, we say.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Dharma Center was here, and was starting, really had been underway for a few years, and Garchen Rinpoche had visited, and it was just this humble place where we were previously. And I had a friend come who was a Zen practitioner,
Mm-hmm.
who had been practicing a long time, and she had gone to Japan, and she had gone to this great Zen monastery called Daitokuji. And then she just came to see the Tibetan Center because, she just wanted to see it. And she told me later that she was standing in front of our shrine, and she had the same feeling that she had had when she was in Daitokuji
Mm-hmm.
Monastery, this great Zen monastery in Japan. So it's really true, the benefits of this.
Yeah.
And yet often, we don't necessarily feel that or believe it, but it doesn't matter. It's still happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why the Tibetan monks, masters, they go to Bhutan, the Tiger's Cave,
Uh-huh.
that areas to do like short session for the retreat, and the specific deities like the Vajakilaya or different, specific. They get the blessing from the place, holy place. Yeah. Okay, persons particularly suited for rejuvenation practice, not too old. If you're too old, you cannot digest, the medicine, the rejuvenation pills. And not too like, sitting under or nearby the fire or under the sun when you're taking the pills. And not to exercise, exhausted from the, the sexual, or physical body and mental. Not too acute exercise, acute, work. For the preserved food, sour, raw food, and the, vegetables you have to give up. Yeah, pickles, like that fermented food, you have to give up. Yeah, no more salt. Too much salt, no good. And this, according to the Tibetan, medicine, you have to practice, or you have to start from a specific, date according to Tibetan calendar, like the 10th or 25th every month, or other, like you check the calendar. If that day the dua, the element or the energy is balanced, you should start that day to start. Okay, then you have to offer like rituals, or offer like song, or offer like alcoholic, or the what say, like offering to your protected deities, to pray for no obstacles and fulfill my practice of the rejuvenation successfully. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. For example, me, Medicine Buddha, or curricula, or whatever. And you have to take a bath. Okay, take a shower. But in Tibet, I think it's hard. These days, okay, but couple 100 years ago, no. Yeah, yeah. And this one is so interesting, like take shower, not the regular shower. Okay, regular shower is just warm water, yeah? Use soap and like shampoo, not like that way. It's for rejuvenation, you have to take bath with some of the, medicines. And for like cleansing inside, for like we have one specific, very strong and a very specific therapy, cleansing, like channels. That was interesting. When I was in Tibet, in Amdo region, normal Tibetan doctors have practiced that. And we use a specific insect, and you have to know how to take out the toxic from that insect. And also Chinese medicine also use that. Like one big cow, if he, by accidentally eat that one single insect, he's gonna immediately die. It's a very strong poison, but we use that. We call it chamba. No, I tell you, I went to, nearby nearby. Oh, Noche from the Campbell from Noche, yeah. And there's one, indigenous born practitioner, Tibetan doctor. He's not only practicing four medical tantra, also the four medical tantra version from the Bun lineage. He do that. And I studied with him, and one patient, he get car accident and injured the brain many years ago. And his memory is no good, his balance no good. And we, at the first time, we started to give the medicine, treat that young man. It's so funny, like first you have to go through the preliminary practices, like processes. For example, you have to eat some specific medicine for clean your, digestion systems, the tract. After then, certain time. It's mentioned the fourth tantra of the four medical tantra. Then you give another medicine dosage. Then start to give the real pills. If you give that, then a certain time, the patient is gonna explain like the pain from the part of the body. The pain is not from the digestion tract. The pain where is he has a problem or the disease, it happens there. inside the brain. He said that he has pain like inside his brain. It's like kind of like a very strong pain. Then he take pee. You have to collect the peas. It's different color. Comes like chaser, the yellow fluid, lymph fluid kind of, and it's kind of hair, some kind of hair, some kind of like the what is it? If you cut your finger or skin, and then the yellow stuff comes like if pus inside the urine, the blood inside the urine. It's the different, which mentioned in the for medical tentara. And I did 2 times that young man. When I last 2 or 3 years during the pandemic, I got his WeChat number, and he get married, and has one young boy, and he told me like after like did that treatment, he never ever get any like disease, any illness like coughing, never.
Died from the car accident?
Yeah, and before that, he tried to cry, no tears, because of the injury. And he told me when he started to cry, he had tears. But that is more cleansing inside, yeah. But here, the taking shower with the medicine for the rejuvenation is not inside. This is the outside. Because for the skin, for complexion, yeah. The herbs. Are you familiar with the marrow balance? The medicine Buddha hold. Yes? Marrow balance. Yeah, marrow balance. The medicine Buddha holds the tree. Yeah. 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 This is in Tibetan medicine, this is the king of the herb. And Chinese medicine, the king of the herb is Rinchen. Yeah, Rinchen. You get? Yeah. Chambulik, I don't know, Chambulik or Kabulik, marrow balance. You can get from, Amazon. Yes. But there are 5 different types of marrow balance. You have to buy like the one is little sharp, the 2 tops, more sharp one. You get it? Yeah. And here says like you only use my English like this marrow balance, yeah. The sharp one you have to cut the top one to use that. Yeah, sharp part. But I think it doesn't matter. You can use the whole part. Yeah. Amala berry. Familiar? Amala berry, a fruit. Yeah. I think I have the photos. You can get it from Amazon. I'm gonna share you like many people suffering from the cardiology problems. Yeah, cardiac problems. Yeah, heart attack or. In Tibetan medicine, there's mentioned the detoxins, each single herbs, and for the preventive, the blood clot, the best decoction is amala berry decoction. And we do have a lot of cases, experience, very successful people with like, blood clot or heart disease, which more connected to the blood. And we ask the patient to only drink the decoction of the amala berry. It's very good, this. And one sort we call the light helitum It's one of the natural salt. The dictionary says the light halitoon or halitoon. And the long pepper. You know that, yeah?
Long pepper.
Yeah. Long pepper has a specific function. And when we do the external therapy, the bloodletting, Tibetan, we do that, Tibetan medicine. I also do in the New York City. Before perform this bloodletting therapy, you have to drink the decoction for a couple of days. Aru paru churu, like amala berry, mare Rubin, yeah. Aru paru. There's another paru, parara. I can share with you the photo. Those three make, crush and make a decoction you have to drink. The function is different. It's gonna be separate the good blood and the bad blood from your veins. It's different, like two patient. One drink 1 week the decoction of the 3 fruits. The other patients maybe they drink like 1 day, then stopped. And if you're doing the bloodletting, the color of the blood is different. The person drink a lot of the decoction, the blood come out is too dark. We said like it looks like the yak's blood. Okay, and after you drink like 1 week or 3 days of the decoction, and then tomorrow morning you're going to see the Tibetan doctor to do the bloodletting, we suggest the patient to drink the long pepper decoction. Long pepper makes more like, separate the good and the bad blood. Okay, there's the akuros. This is one of the herbs root, and you can get from the online. Ginger, turmeric, and ambular ribs, and molasses. Yeah, molasses, yeah. This you have to make, powder. All together make powder. Let's take shower before you take the rejuvenators. Don't worry, this you can get from the online, and the other ingredients also you get from online. This is the Rubin, yeah, Aurora, and not this one. This is a little big. It's like more sharp, the top. Maybe this one, okay. It's more like more sharp, 2 sides, yeah. This is the salt. And this salt, when you have like indigestion problem, you just make a decoction, drink it, immediately make your stomach comfortable. Yeah. This is the amala berry. This one. Can you see? Yeah. What they call it in English? You know the parasites? Yeah. But yeah, parasites like in our body. Modern scientific medicine also recognize a lot of parasites inside our body, yeah. Like rejuvenation formulas, they added more medicine for the parasites. It makes sense. What they called the last ambular ribs. That's the ambular ribs. After the class, he will share us the PowerPoint. Then you can see this one, the seed. It's good for the parasites in Tibetan medicine. Ribs, RIBS. This you guys know. No. Purom. And Indian, they're called Korom, and the Tibetan called Puram. I think the name comes from the Hindi in Sanskrit, but in English, molasses, jaggery, yeah. That's jaggery we call it Puram. Yeah. Puram is one of the best medicine for the lung deficiency. It makes sense. Sugar makes you more energy, yeah. And I read one article about the sugar business in China. Like Shanghai, Shenzhen, the cities are the population much more than Tibet. Yes. But the sugar business in China, the top one in Lhasa, they sold a lot. Yeah, not the big cities. Do you know why the Tibetans in the high, altitude, a high plateau, they're always making the Tibetan tea, sweet tea. The tea makes more energy. Of course, like less oxygen, people easy to, exhausted. That's why they always drink the sugar tea, sweet tea. It says if you do not follow the preliminary requirements as explained above, the effect of rejuvenation treat will be useless. It's like dyeing dirty sock. You get? Yeah. It will be impossible to achieve the desired effect, and the treatment will not have any result. That's why this is exactly the mention from the Tantra. Okay, garlic. You can get everywhere. Yes. From the chapter first, the formula is garlic. Not eating the garlic. There are two ways. One is garlic, you have to soak with the alcohol. Okay, can you see the profound value of garlic here? No? No. The profound value of the garlic. This one, can you see? Yeah. Okay, garlic, the first function is good for the treats wind disorders, especially in both combined with bones and molasses. It helps for your sleep, insomnia. Yeah. There's one, digestive disorders, treats intestinal parasites. Skin disorders. This is the function from the, for the Tibetan medicine. And from the medicinal tantra says garlic being heavy and cooling. If the raw relieves parasitic disorders and fever associated with wind. Like during the pandemic, like the end of the pandemic, garlic is the best. Yeah, you have like sweating over the night, and also like easy to get like cold. At that moment, the garlic or in the Tibetan formula, Akar 35. Akar 35, one of the best formula for the lung, wind disease. That's very useful. Otherwise, like people get like post-COVID syndromes, like neural disorders, which is exactly mentioned in Tibetan medicine. Yeah. Okay, this is the one. You have to remove the skin of the garlic. Yeah. And you have to soak with inside the best quality alcohol, not the wine. Yeah, the what they call
Like beer.
liquid.
Yeah, strong.
Yeah, not beer, liquid, strong. Vodka, yeah, vodka, yeah. Yeah. Then you have to, what to say, like squeeze the garlic, and you have to get the juice next day with the sesame oil. Yes. And the the water they call the whey, yeah, from the yogurt, yeah, mixed together to take that. Yeah. After taking that, you have to drink warm milk. Yeah. And melted butter. I think ghee, similar ghee. And you have to drink like bone broth. Okay. That's the first formula. Easy to get, easy to make it, yeah? Yes? This easy to make it, yeah? Okay. You have to get the organic garlic. Bone broth is like after that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that gonna be good enough?
yeah. You can cook by yourself, but this one, the formula is this. You just take out the skin of the garlic, preserve like, with high quality liquid overnight. The next morning you have to squeeze. Yeah, and also the mix with the liquid. Then the liquid with the garlic soup juice, little sesame oil, and the whey mixed together for 1 teaspoon you take. That is one formula.
Is the recipe written down anywhere? Like,
No, from the tenter. Yeah. All the formulas, all the prescriptions from the tenter is very effective. That's what we're always using from the for medical tenter.
Could you say it one more?
Yeah, is it here?
Are we
Oh.
gonna get a copy?
Of course, yeah.
thank you.
The second one. Okay, this practice, this, garlic formula is good for the lung type of the person. You get it? Wind type of person. Deficiency, yeah, very easy to forget. Normal sharp memory. It's like the symptoms like more related to the old people, yeah. This you can practice. There is no, you don't need to avoid anything. The other formulas sometimes increase the blood pressure and also sometimes no good for the digestion, in the stomach or liver, or this one is not mention anything. Another thing, second formula, also garlic. This is the one we practice in Tibet.
How long would you take? Like a week?
They say it's like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Yeah, until you feel like the result. This is very good for the lung disease. Yeah, this one you have to cook the garlic with water. The boiled garlic until the water melted with the garlic. Yeah, you have to make like pasta. Yeah, to paste. Yeah, and mix with ghee or melted butter. And here there's specific pepper for the meat or those things they cover, not plastic. And the air goes inside. What they call like in the supermarket, they wrap like the meat or the other. I don't know, like I saw one time like that is very good, yeah. In Tibet, we put like the sheep's wool, cleaned sheep's wool, put inside with the melted butter, with the garlic. They make a dough with the wool, you have to preserve it inside the belly. Yeah, yeah. No, like the belly seed. Yeah, you have to put it inside.
Like root barley, putting it inside.
Yeah, yeah, inside the belly. Yeah, yeah, with the belly. If you have preserved with the belly like 7 days, you take this garlic butter 7 days. If you preserve like 14 days, you have to take that 14 days. If you preserve like 21 days, you take that garlic butter 21 days. No, because the garlic, you cook the garlic, you made the paste, mixed with the melted butter, then it's like a dough. You have to cover something, not plastic, because the put inside the barley, there is like the garlic butter is more stronger, make more stronger. You get it? The garlic butter take the the in Western way like energy from the barley. You get it?
So you got the
Like pepper, like yeah, it's like pepper, not plastic. Yeah, yeah, or like the cotton. Yeah, yeah, and put inside the barley outside. Yeah, it's a cool place. Okay, not like the hot place. It's gonna be like yeah. You can put the underneath the cool part of the refrigerator. Okay, no frozen. Yeah. This is the specific formula for the long type. Okay, this is exactly from the formative potential. Okay. For TIPA type of the disease, and then TIPA type of the person, adult, even like the aged person also have the TIPA type. TIPA type more fever, easy to get fever, angry, and the person has like the blood disorders, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Okay, this type of the symptoms, disease. You have to make this one. Shilaji. They call Shilaji? Shilaji? Shilaji or Shilajit. Yeah, Shilaji. The TRIPA disease is like more fever, more blood. It's anything connected to like the blood disease. It's TRIPA disease. Okay, like short term. Okay, Shilaji. You guys familiar Shilaji? No, it's very popular in America. People taking Shilaji, substances like the yeah. No. This is Shilaji, the photo. It's kind of like the essence of the minerals. Yeah.
Like our
Do you know like Shilaji? Okay, you should explain to them. Yeah, black. Yeah, this is the rock of the mountains, and the rock is the mountain or rock face to the sun side. Okay, and the Shilaji, and it's collected from the here. This is the rock. Is the heat, the sunlight makes the heat the rock, and there's like kind of the substances, essence of the rock come out. We collect this. This is the one of the best remedy for the liver disease. Yeah, but very popular in America too, like in New York, many of like my American patients, they're taking this. It's very expensive. This, yeah. Mm. The best quality Shilajit is dark in color with a flavor similar to that of coarse urine. Okay, this says the full medical tenter, oily and bitter. Of course, like it's a sticky, like they are something like oily, astringent and heavy. Yeah, and heavy. Yeah. For TIPA disease, the best container to keep the Shilajit is iron container. It's not stainless, like the natural iron. Yeah, iron, like we call like the rusty from the iron. If you put it outside, the rust is the best medicine for the liver too. Yeah, and the best. Yeah, and that's why here mentioned you have to keep this Shilajit inside the iron container. Okay. You have to cook inside the iron in a pot or container. Um, uh, it's like the first week you should take 2 grams each time. If for example, if you take like 1 gram each time, like every day, the next week, the following 3 weeks, you should take 4 grams. Like if you take 1 gram, the following week you have to take like 2 or 3 grams. You're gonna increase the dosage. Yeah, but I don't know the quality of the Shilajit, but here maybe like Shilajit is too strong. You have to take like a little bit. Okay. Mm.
Explain the essence of the Shilajit.
Shilajit comes from the minerals like gold, copper, and iron, and they're we believe that inside the rock there's like mineral rocks, and then heat the rock, there's the essence come out. It's like we are sweating. Okay, the dark part we call like that. Yeah. Uh, for medical tenter says like the Shilajit is all type of the fever and is particularly effective in pacifying fever associated with the stomach, liver, and kidney. All type of the liver fever, inflammation. Shilajit is the best. Can you see this profound value of the Shilajit? Yeah. It's very good for eyes too, vision. Yeah. And we practice rejuvenation for the, clear the senses for our organs. Yeah. And especially for our vision, when we get old, our vision is getting, bad. Yeah. That's why Shilajit using for the rejuvenation is for the specifically for the liver, stomach, and kidney, especially for the vision. And the benefit of the rejuvenation, we mentioned the first, the slide that says like for the senses for organs. Yeah. The Shilajit is for the Tipa. Then Pekin. Pekin is spell is earth element, Ken is water element. Earth and water element increase your system, we called Pekin. In English, they're translated to phlegm. Phlegm disease, you need to increase the digestion, heat. That was Tzedakah. Okay, Tataka, the chili, the red chili, the short and sharp. You get here like Indian the Tataka, the red chili, and you have to make powder, mix with pure honey and butter. You have to take that like 1 month. It makes you longevity, increase like your body weight, and increase your digestion heat, and very good for the metabolism. Lower, slow down the metabolism. It's gonna be increase your metabolism. We Tibetan we always called like zhangwa. It's the the metabolism problem. Like you have if you turn on the AC, immediately you have the pain, all the joints and the lower back. That is kind of like phlegm disease. The root cause of that is phlegm disease. That's why this one is very good for the bacon. Do you think it's very easy to get the ingredients? Yeah. Yes. No, it's the chili. Yeah, the chili, the red, small red chili. You can see the Ayurvedic medicine that's used for the digestion, and increase your appetite. That I think maybe I have the photo. Okay, the above bacon rejuvenation formula, which is the formula with the chili. If you're taking with the coarse urine, yeah, it's not a regular course. Yeah, this we also using like also Ayurvedic, Hindu, they're using that, but they directly drink the coarse urine. Yeah, but in Tibet, my teacher collected the coarse like down we call downs. Yeah, downs, milk, cheese, butter, and urine, using for the medicinal purpose. You have to like a very healthy cow and fresh water and grass. You have to keep in a very beautiful and clean area for couple months. You get it? And whatever the cow is drinking is fresh water. Whatever he walks, he eats, everything is clean. That's where the milk, the butter, and the cow's urine, everything is not toxic. It's everything's like pure. That's where we collected that. It's not from the market, but in Jackson Head you can get cow's urine from the Indian store. No, the purpose they're selling is for using the rituals. In Tibet, like Tibetan doctors doing like that way. It's very clean. Yeah.
Why specifically the cows?
That's why the Indian says cow's urine is good for the pandemic. That's why they drink a lot. You know that, yeah? Did you read that news? Yes, India, they drink. And they're having people go to the collector and drink it. Yeah? With the suit and the tie, people. Yeah. Okay, the benefit of the cow's urine is good for the pandemic. But here, with the cow's urine is good for leprosy, the skin disease. Okay, you guys practice in the Dragong lineage, yeah? The Chopan Jiten Simgun, according to his autobiography, he got leprosy. At that time, many of the Tibetan masters, yeah, the leprosy is very popular at that time. Chopan Jiten Simgun, he got leprosy and and he tried to practice poa, yeah, to die, to transform his, namshi, consciousness, Chupajita Sumbo. When he started doing that, he get like compassion suddenly. Why I attach myself too much? Why I cannot think the Usenshin beings? Then he did one prostration, and the second prostration, he get that kind of like, Buddhist mind. And the third prostration, he get away from the leprosy. I read that in Tibetan version of the, autobiography. At that time, it's very formula. We called it Zola in the Sanskrit, very popular at that time in Tibet. That's why this one is good for the leprosy. We don't know, but it's good for the skin disease. That I'm pretty sure.
Leprosy is fierce.
And this one, they said the medicinal butter made with the 3 fruits, yeah? This one, I will give you the a paper, the Google Doc with all the pictures and the name in English, the scientific Latin names. You can get from in the market, okay? This is one special formula made with the 3 fruits, aru paru churu. Not only 3 fruit, there's like additional like herbs you can make by yourself. This is the 9 essence of the, Mater Medica, old medicines. There's 9 essence. And so good is? I put it here? No. No. Okay. Shilaji. The earth, the essence of the earth element is Shilaji. Okay. Tomorrow we do like visualization and meditation. We're gonna take the essence from the old, medicines. From the 4 elements, Shilaji is the essence of the earth. Shilaji, the function to nourish the muscle systems. When you read the second tantra of the Tibetan medicine, 4 medical tantra, who to form our body, like without earth element, hard to form. You get that? Yeah, that's why Shilaji is good. Here is mentioned like the muscle systems. Muscle systems more connected to the earth element. Okay. Are you familiar with the calcite? Yeah. Yeah. It's one specific kind of like crystal stone. It's not really crystal, it's soft. This is very is most used for medicine in Tibetan medicine for the digestion tract disease. Also one of the best like remedies they're using for the rejuvenation. Have you ever heard of the stone rejuvenation? Yeah, that's why if you read the previous master's autobiography, also Dragon lineage, they practice the stone rejuvenation. It's not really the stone. The stone is the corset. There are 5 types of the one. If you get like the white clear one, it's the one of the best quality. It's not eating that stone. you have to know who to produce, who to detoxify that stone. Its essence of the mineral makes a skeletal system stone. Yeah. The molasses is the essence for wood. Does it make sense? No? No, it's the tree. The sugar cane. Yeah, that's why they have said the essence of wood. Right? I think I have the mm, yeah, it's molasses essence of the wood. It makes like it gives you more strength. It makes sense. Sugar makes you more energy. Yeah. The essence of the flower is honey. Yeah. It makes your completion more radiant.
Radiant.
Yeah. There is 4. They never change the color, even in the winter in Tibet, which we call the juniper. Yeah, like the seed of the juniper. Okay, it's juniper. There are different types of the juniper, but the juniper, the one, not that one with the thorn. Yeah, sharp, which called thorn stone. Without thorn juniper, the seeds you have to collect. Yeah, and one is uh, pala. We call it pala. I put here rhododendron capitone maxima or something. Yeah, that you can get here. And I get this tea from Russia. One of my Kamul patient, the Russian Buddhist community, they made like the tea collected from the mountains. Yeah, it's made by Pala. This one is very good for lose weight if you keep drink this. I think in America not allowed to use this. There's a substance makes you it's poison. But one of my Tibetan doctor friend he told me, yeah. Another one is Dem. This one I think hard to get here. It's from the Tibet in the rocks, between the rocks. There's one herb we collect from there. That never change, like always green, even in the winter. And one is Zema. That one I get the English name. You can get from Ayurvedic and the Chinese online from the herbal stores. Those 4 is the substance for the longevity. Okay, if you have all those 9 essence for rejuvenation, you get the longevity. They say it's easy. Yeah, maybe like Tase is hard to get. Yeah. Okay, what they say from the Tantara, if you follow like the requirements and you take that the formulas, it will remove all the signs of aging and make you like 16 years old. It's from the Four Medical Tantara. It gives the strength of a lion and power of an elephant. Oh my God. Your radiance of complexion become like the eyes of peacock's feather. Yeah. and you become as fast as the finest breed of horse. 就像 Okay, your life will be as long as like the sun and the moon. You need that? Those, all those. Yeah, you can read by slowly, okay? Shilaji is just one formula for the chipa. And okay, can you read this? There are. Oh yeah, the next. Yeah. Okay. I can maybe from here. There are two types of ways to produce the formulas. The above is the formulas for the Venn-digit, Chipa type, and the Flynn type, and introduce the ingredients of non-essence. Yes. Then the real one, the actual one. You get it? There are two types of the ways to produce the formulas, which are the preliminary and the secondary. I just put in Tibetan word is the big and small. We just use preliminary and the secondary ways to make the formulas. Among the two ways of the producing the formulas, the preliminary way is since this is called Koketi, yeah, the stone, and the Shilaji. You get it? Yeah. Called the red and the white essence of the universe. We get the, father's semen, the mother's egg, yeah? That's why it's not talking about the father's semen, mother's, egg. But from the universe, the father's, like the father's semen is Kakweti, yeah? Cosite? The stone? Cosite. Cosite from the tantric books always, substitute the semen. Okay, white drop. Okay, and Shilaj is red drop. And our body also comes from the father's semen, mother's egg. The universe, essence for the universe, also the calcite and the Shilaji. Does it make sense? Yeah. Essence of the universe. The calcite has different types, and the best is white, red, and yellow in soft color. It is like nectar. If man and woman take it, it is said to be best medicine for rejuvenation. Okay, this is exactly from the chapter. Okay, then how to make that? You have to crush the calcite like the size of barley. Crush small pieces like the size of the barley. I just the measurement. You make a decision. I just use like the English, but the traditional classical measurement and the modern measurement is different. Yeah, I put here 1 liter of calcite. Yeah, boiled with 6 liters of the water until only 1 liter of water is left. You have to boil it. Yeah, then filter the water and add the above mentioned 4 nectars and Shilaji. You get it? Each half a liter, the 4 and the Shilaji. You need to boil those separately and then add them to the main formula, each by each handfuls. You get it? A sun is the measurement. Maybe after the break I can show you some. Yeah, that's where the little bit complicated. I have a one, form with the sun and the kilo and the jin. Yeah. Then mix with 30 some of milk and butter and boil until water disappear. Then add molasses and pure honey. 1 day. This is a day measurement from the tradition. For each. Then the medicine is put inside the skull cup. Not like our regular cup, but this is from the chapter. You have to put inside the skull cup. You get it? Okay. I'm gonna share you one file, okay? Mm. What's your email address? David? No? YouTube. Oh, you're here. Yeah. Hmm. Is it possible to get like the iron dust? You get it? Huh? If you cut the iron, the real iron, there's small pieces come out. What they called English? Yeah, yeah. Okay, this one is that part is introduction. This is the one of the specific formula I give to you guys. You guys to practice this. Yes?
That's just taking a while to load.
Oh, it's we call it like the rejuvenation of the three fruits. Yeah. Okay, this is from the one, treasure books, the treasure text. Also very connected to the rejuvenation chapter formula, which mentioned the three fruit rejuvenation. The three fruit is here, merolabin, and the text says 20 pieces of the merolabin, and another one is barara, is Terminalia. I don't know, like who to read that. Yeah, Terminalia Bellerica or something. Yeah, this is from, very popular in Ayurvedic medicine. And then the last one is Amblyca officinalis. It's the Amala berries. Yeah, the English name is Amala berries, but this is the scientific name. This you can get from the Amazon. Here not says like 20 piece. Here's a 10. 10 means this is like the fruits, they're cut it. That's why you have to 10 piece, 10 or more than 10. 20, 20 or merolabin 80, the pararaj 20, and amala berry 10. You have to make a ground. Okay, crush pieces, and then you keep that side, and you have to make if you get the iron, what they call iron? If you get iron filings, fine. If you cannot get, you have to get like pieces of the iron, the high quality iron, not stainless. What say like stainless with stain? Stainless, no. Yeah, and high quality iron pieces with the calcite, piece of calcite. The iron and the calcite cook, boil it. You get it? Then you get the water of that, put inside the three roots. And you have to cool the three roots. You have to boil. And then if you boil the three roots, the water is melted to the three roots, you have to add milk. Yeah. You have to boil it milk. Then you have to add the 6 roots of the herbs. You get it? Yeah.
You make a mistake, what happens?
Not the mistakes. Like for example, the step 1 and 2. Step 1, you have to collect the first adara 80 pieces, maybe 160 pieces if you need more. Like if you need like a little bit, 80 piece, badara 20, and shurura 10 or more than 10. You have to crush and put it aside. Then you have to get the high quality iron and the calcite together. You have to boil it, and you have to filter to get the water, that water to boil the 3 roots, because the iron one cannot go to the piece, cannot go to the medicine. That's why you have to filter. Then you have to boil until the water is melted, the herbs. Then you have to add milk to boil until the milk melted to the herb. You have to like keep, control the fire, yeah, low heat. Then you have to add, here I mentioned the 6 roots of the herbs. Yeah. You have to make powder of the 6 roots of the herbs and add inside the 3 fruit, the 3 fruits, boil with milk, mix it together. When the heat is slowly cool down, you have to put the best quality pure honey and the ghee or melted butter to make dough, and then to make the pills. Put inside the very nice beautiful jar or bowl. Then next day, in tomorrow, I'm gonna share you guys the meditation, how to get the rejuvenation from the deities. That is the rejuvenation. Huh? And I prepared a little bit, little pills, and we take tomorrow. Any questions? No? Totally clear. There's no question. Oh, and sorry, I have 2 more.
Lots of people happy.
Ah,
I think you should have a cooking class.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you would be top chef as well as Mandela.
Maybe you come to do my assistant. Okay, there's another formula. Can you write down? I told you. Ambelia ribs, yeah? Yeah, ambelia ribs, the seed. And another one's SEMECARPUS. Semicarpus, yeah. And ginger. Yeah. Make a powder, mix with the pure honey and malted butter. This is also from the chapter. It's very good for the, free from the disease of the, you're getting old. If you keep it like this, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So by the end of the year, we're gonna be 16 years old.
Yes, you can make like, there's another one, chronic disease. People get like, different type of the chronic disease. They lose weight, they lose strength. This is the calcite rejuvenation, which we call the stone rejuvenation. You have to get prepared the calcite, and you have to cook with milk to detoxify. Yeah. And you have to melt with honey. And the chapter says only eat like in the top of the chopstick. But says like this much. Yeah. And mix with the long pepper with the honey. Only eat like top of the chopstick, the stick. And after having this, you have to drink warm water, everything cooked, not raw foods. You have to avoid the fruits and mushrooms. Yeah. Yes. This is good for any chronic disease. You get it? And if you are like have like a better digestion system, There's another way. The coal site you have to make a fire. Yeah, wood. Collect wood, the very clean wood. Okay, and make a fire in the backyard, anywhere. You have to prepare like how to say, the nets, iron nets. The coal site you put inside. Yeah, and then put inside the fire until the coal site completely getting red. Yeah, and you put inside the high liquid and collect the coal site, make a powder. Then easy to digest. It's very good for chronic digestion disease. You get it?
Any like, you have anything like on YouTube where we could watch how to prepare things?
I think one I can share like one Tibetan monk doctor from Nepal, and he has something like that. But actually, this is easy. Yeah. For example, you prepare all the herbs, yeah, and you have to, for example, the formula easy. You cook with you have to make how to say, water, specific water, make the formula stronger, which is the iron forces or something, or iron filings. If you can't get iron filings, you can pieces of the iron and calcite and boil it. Online. Yes, yeah.
The cast iron pan, would that be equivalent or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you get the filter and get the water and cool the 3 roots until the water is melted. Then add milk until the milk is melted. Then if you stir, you feel like sticky. It's like sticky like honey. You can like a sticky, a goopy, yeah, okay. And that is the best time. Then you need to prepare the roots of the herb I mentioned here, and already ground it. Add to the dough or sticky. You have to stir it. Then cool down, not completely cool down, and maybe 70% something. Then add the pure honey and malted butter. Yeah, to make a dough and make the pill.
Full fat pan or?
The whole milk. Yeah, it's organic whole milk. But in Tibet we use the organic of course that's organic, and the female yak milk. Yeah, this is kind of like a medicinal butter we called, but here they're called the 3-root rejuvenation pill. Actually, it's the medicinal butter. This is the way making the medicinal butter. Same. Yeah.
Maybe if anybody writes down a formula for one of the medicine.
See here,
They could
I shared it here. Yeah. I will write down, but here's the clear. Yeah.
medicine, same thing. Do they have something similar?
Like this
Yeah, like this medicine butter, like.
medicine butter, the Chinese medicine, they're never using the butter. They're just using the honey. Yeah, like recently they're not using the honey no more because of like people with the diabetic, they're not eating the sugars. But traditional way, they just make this way, like butter, by the honey. Yeah. Any questions? No? Yeah.
That wouldn't interfere with anything like that you take, whatever it is, but it's something that's good for you to drink every day or like a root or.
This the 6 root is good for the everyday. Yeah, but people with the high blood pressure have to careful. Yeah, this it's kind of the tonify the kidney systems and also increase the digestion heat. If the heat increased, it's gonna affect the blood in the blood circulation and also the blood disorder disease.
So if you have high blood pressure or like medicine that increases your blood pressure, what should you do then if you want to drink this one?
Okay, in Tibet, like only short term to take like this one is like 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months, but the dosage is small. Usually not effect, but if something happen, you have to stop taking that. And this one is more safety because like among the 3 roots, the third one is good for the blood disease. It's also good for the control the blood pressure. But if you add the 6 roots more, the 6 roots most strong, that's why cause the blood pressure. But you have to, control the dosage. Yeah. Aru paruchuru. Yeah, it's here. Clear. Any questions? No?
Approach it little bit by little.
Okay. Actually, this is very easy to make it. Yeah. Like these days, you can control the, fire. But, when I was in Tibet, we made this. It's hard to control the, fire. Sometimes it burned the herb. You can smell. Yeah. Then I'm gonna show you guys the exercise. Okay. Every morning when you wake up, you have to do this. It's open the channels. Very easy. My knee is not. Okay, first, know the taking the breath, okay? You just familiar with the postures. Okay.
Yeah, just for.
Yeah. What? Okay. I do this. You have to, like this, you have to touch here, like this. Like this. Three times. Yeah. Touch. Look. You have to look your other hand. Do this. 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 Easy or difficult? You can do that. Huh?
It'll just take practice.
Yeah. Then you have to take out your breath. When you're doing this, you have to control your breath. The forefinger below of your umbilical. Yeah. Yeah. Is this? You have to, complete the name breathe. Yeah. After that, you're already controlled, holding the breath. Then do this. Yeah. Do this. Cannot bend your hand. Do. Do. Then you take off your breath.
So you hold the breath the whole time.
Yes.
Hold the-
Otherwise, there's no use this. That's where.
How do you hold the breath?
Yeah, that's why you have to first you're familiar how to hold the breath. Yeah, this is the pre-requirement. Yeah. After then you have to do this. This is called the preliminary practice of the sadhu, which said like to open the whole body joint or channel chakra.
That opens all the chakras.
Yeah, look here, the liver, gallbladder, spleen area is the chest. Look, all the joints here. Look, your shoulder, wrist, finger, everything. Yeah, go. Head and the neck. Yeah, belly and the back. And your everything here. And you have to go like this, like this. It's good for the prostate and the disease from this area. Then look, go, go. Then look, all the fingers here. Look, yeah. Look, then that's it. Next year's waiting. Even the posture, exercise. Okay,
Hold your breath through the whole thing.
you can do that.
Can you take?
Yeah, by slowly, you have to practice every day. By slowly, the whole session, you can hold the breath. Like this. You have to use thumb to the ring finger, root of the ring finger. So, the first one is very forceful. Then it's not forceful, but little bit force. Then quietly and smoothly to exhale.
So
Then,
first do inhale in one
yeah,
side,
then
then the other.
First time
Yeah.
it's forceful.
this side. Oh, then this side. Sorry. The force goes to here. Okay, which side blocked? Which nostril? Right
Right
side?
side.
Huh?
Right side.
Right side? Huh?
Right.
Your right side, you?
I don't know, wait, what was it? Sorry, I missed
The
it.
left side or right side blocked? For me, left side. Because the weather. Yeah. If it's sunny, both are okay. If like, windy or, the weather's not good cold, always left static long. Okay. 3 times, then
So can I just, so you're inhaling
mhm,
and then exhale?
exhale from there, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then 3 times there, this. Three, 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 yeah, then. Then you hold, you have to hold little bit. You holding, yeah, you're holding, here, look here, here. You touch the, underneath of your, you, level, yeah, you bring it back. Then you have to go. Can you hold? Yeah,
3 exhales at the end.
yeah. This is the session, huh?
I try to remember the whole.
I know.
Arm.
No, this is everything is linked.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're familiar, yeah, look at this. Look. Look. You do. Look.
So after that, then it's
Then sit back.
feedback.
Yeah, then
And then 1,
three, 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 then
okay, so head back and forth 3 times.
yeah,
3 one way, 3
Yeah.
the other.
yeah. If you can, don't worry. But you have to move the whole body. Look, I'm start sweating. Yeah,
And for this, is it like really forceful? So,
first one forceful. The second one is little bit. The third one is more smooth and gentle. Then like same like this. See?
You do those after all this other stuff?
No, the
Those
beginning,
first, yeah.
you have to do the nine breathe the beginning.
Right.
Then after then breathe, you have to hold the breath. Yeah, then you have to perform.
so the beginning's like expelling the stale breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this. 3 times. This 3 times. This 3 times. Then start to hold. Okay, that's another, we call it the recite the Vajra. Okay, Doje Diva. You cannot share with the YouTube, okay, this. No, people can see what?
Yeah, this for everyone.
Okay,
This is
so,
just my.
okay. Doje Diva, I think Frank, you familiar with this?
Which one?
Vajra recite,
Larger recitation.
recitation.
The Oma home.
Yeah, Om Ahom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Om Ahom. You guys familiar Om Ahom, yeah? The 3 syllables, yeah? Body speech man. When you're doing the talent, there's special way to recite. Yeah. When you take the breath in, you have to Yeah, you hold the breath, you have to visualize ah. When you expel, you visualize the home. This we call the dojit yuan. Huh?
Run is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You learn that?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, dojit yuan, this very powerful. Like, you can protect you from all obstacles in the beginning. Yeah, that's why. You're holding, yeah. Ah, ah, Again?
Are the, is, do you visualize like the?
Three syllables. No. For your breath, you have to focus on your breath. When you take in, you have to, visualize the
Yeah,
When you
visualize the-
hold the moment, you visualize ah. When you expel breath, visualize the home.
Where?
All the positive
the-
energy
There's a-
you're taking with the and keep in your body. All the negative energy, can all expel with home. That's the. There's another,
You breathe in with your two outer channels.
yeah.
It comes down to ah, and then you exhale to
Yes.
the middle.
There's another one. Because we practice the yoga, we have to hold the energy, breath, yeah. Then there's another one from the Dzogchen teaching, like ah, when you say after like one red ah syllable goes to like 13, 16, 16 fingers.
The nerve coming out.
No, the 16 fingers of the distance, like this. You have to expel. It goes to like the long distance. Yeah. Are holding the heart chakra, then you have to expel. It's like the word, the 16 words, like the after like the one word are syllable. Like the 16 words. Then you have to take. That way you can, if you're familiar with that technique, you can hold the breath. At the beginner, I couldn't hold the breath. That's why I practice that. It makes you like, when you did prostration like 30 or 50 times, you feel like it's weighting and the body become more light, equals to like this. This equal to like 50 times of the prostration. This is really strong and useful. Yeah, you perform, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. One both hand. Okay. Then go back. Okay. It's like this.
Does it matter which side you do first each time, like when you did the arm?
No, this is like the automatically count.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, look. Look. Yeah, it's right side. Away, like this. This. Look, the right hand the front, left hand the back. Then go. And the left hand hold here inside. Like this. Always, starting from the right side.
Okay.
You get it?
But what about your toes? So you've been,
Or from the
Small.
small. to
Okay.
up. Yeah,
what about like, how do you, these two?
look me.
Or these?
These two. No,
Yes.
these two, like this.
Okay.
Comfortable? Yes, yes. Yeah.
You gotta keep this. Here, which?
Okay.
Feel like I need to do it like
Huh?
times that I am, so.
Yeah. This one, I think, I remember like he's holding Dalai Lama. Shows somewhere in Washington DC or the Kalachaka. It should like. It's different, but this one is from, actually from Jonang. Yeah, Kalachaka, Jonang tradition. Yeah. Like this. You have to do like massage, Look. Look, it's automatically like this comes first, right hand, look. 3 times, then look. Come with the other hand, left hand comes first. Okay, yeah.
You can move that table.
This. This. Look. Go like this, but this. Yeah. Like this. Careful the neck. Yeah. Up.
And
Yeah. Expel. I think the Tibetan yoga from the YouTube, Tibetan yogi.
Yeah,
Tibetan,
on that old
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
it's a little bit similar,
Yeah,
and he's more doing with that,
right.
but this is before that. You have to. This we call the whole body massage. Massage yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Oh yeah, you get it. Yeah.
And Coach, did you say this is from within the Jonan?
I learned with the Jono master. Yeah. And he only shared with me this, and to the other man, he said, no, I have to complete the preliminary practice. And I also learned that the channel chakra from my teacher. He's very famous for the yoga. Yeah. He can jump. And like, yes,
Right.
jumping also, he can,
Full lotus.
okay, this is from the tantric practice, high level, and you can hold your drops. Yeah. Come to the top of your penny. Then you have to, what to say,
Retract within.
retract.
Yeah.
And distribute all the channel chakras. And if you do that, the first condition is you have to practice, you have to go after holding the loop. Yeah. And how to test that? The level of you can, hold the drop. If you're holding the drop, you're gonna go to the 1 year hell, they said. And when you are studying 200 people before the Chinese come, and one of the master, he's good at studying, And one day he suddenly said, one day it's gonna be like lose to my lineage. There's a risk coming, and he collected. Otherwise, it's like a secret teaching. Only 3 or 7. I think more than 3 students not allowed, but he taught like more than 200 monks. Among them, like my teacher, he said he's the top one. And they're just doing the retreat, and he did like, look at your face, and he wrote like a different poem, like about like you and your life. He said that time he has like sharp like memory, and like unusual like the memory, and by the power of the Salon. And he wrote many, and in the teacher tested. One Buddha said this, one, what is the English? Pump, yeah, handful, yeah, one handful of the milk, put it here, and
Sucked up.
if you can suck up, you have the level, the potential to, practice. He's among one. He can suck up the milk. That is the testing, like, if you get the level or not. He has that. Even if he was like 70 something, at that time, he can walk on top of the mountain very fast. Because the holding the, room.
And also, in that way, they're like Lunka, the lung walkers,
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah, there's the Salon, the rejuvenation. One is the lung. Yeah, you have to, it's mentioned the treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to control and hold the lung.
And also, people might not know, when it says treasure, these are the texts that were hidden. by
Hidden
the
treasure, yeah.
Rinpoche, because the time wasn't right for them. And so they're discovered by Kirtan treasure finders, very rare, but protected. And so, because they've had such a short lineage, so to speak, there hasn't been 2,000 years or 1,000 years of them being corrupted by human beings, so they have a particular power.
Like Baridoji teaching. Yeah.
Right.
I asked Lama Tato, I think there is also rejuvenation part, yeah.
There is. And also, yeah, Lama Govinda, this German man who actually lived in Peru, but then became Buddhist monk. He was a Theravada monk in the 1930s. And then he went to some Buddhist conference in Kalimpong. And there was a blizzard and storm. He was staying in a Tibetan monastery. And someone who was there watching this one monk tending the shrine, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, he'd be up there doing this. And he suddenly, next thing you know, he was being converted to Tibetan Buddhism. And he had a great, from Geshe Rinpoche, a great yoga master. So he later on did a pilgrimage to Tibet, and so Lama Govinda was in the wilds of Tibet, and he saw some man doing this lung walking. I mean, someone was going over this out in the boondocks, and he saw this man. It was like he was going at the speed faster than running, but he wasn't running. He was just walking over these, mountainous area.
That's we call it Gangjong. Gangjong.
Uh,
Gang is the food,
yeah,
Jong is the fast.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Right.
fast like you, faster than usual walk.
Yeah, faster speed walking.
Yeah, faster speed walking, and they're using some medicine, their formula. Also, they wrote some syllables underneath of your feet, and to do meditation. Yeah. That's the very popular, but there's nobody like to practice or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to, yeah.
I know when we were in Tibet, something that struck me was just to imagine the inaccessibility of this, this country the size of Western Europe, big area. And yet you had all these people doing this intensive kind of practice. I mean, the ones who were dedicated didn't have anywhere else to go. But the idea of this continuous practice, we practice for 1 week, like in a group or something. And, you feel the energy after a week of just having dropped your usual concerns with your distractions.
also like Naruto, Telupo, holding the horn.
Uh-huh,
Who's that?
yeah, that's,
The holding the horn.
holding the horn.
Who does it? The blue in the horn?
I think it's Kilopa.
Yellow way.
I think so.
Yeah. That's what you told me. He's a horn that the horn means he's like, practicing the rejuvenation of the essence of the Zen. Yeah. And Gachan was when he was like, young, he learned, his father taught him how to get the essence of the Lung, the rejuvenation. When he was in prison, most of his like, friends, the team friends, they're very extremely hungry and it's like most of that dying.
Yeah.
And he just practicing the Lung Chilen, which he learned from his father. And he didn't eat like 2 weeks or 3 weeks food. He just go outside and try to, he showed me like this. Look, you have to pass to the sign, then you have to like the lip is very not very closely, but it's a little bit if you hold, you have to take the essence of the lung and you have to eat. Then he said, you don't need to drink water, you don't need to eat food. And your body more stronger and stronger. Then the policeman, the guider, they noticed he's not eating food. They're forced him to eat food. That's what the lunch is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that we have no appreciation for the amount of knowledge and the profundity of it. We just have no, we just don't. And the problem is that it sounds like fantastic to us until you start to have, like with garbage, some degree of something that you can't really explain scientifically.
That's what he told me at Telugu, Naruto. He blew in the horn. It's the meaning he's the practice and the long term.
And I was sharing with Dr. Kunchog this morning, when Garbachev first came here, we hadn't even invited him. He was sent here with another lama. And he walked into this little house that we were in, and we had a whiteboard up because we had been having a Tibetan lesson the weekend before. And unfortunately, nobody was learning anything, but nonetheless, we were trying. But Garbachev came in and he saw that, and he immediately sat down and gave a teaching in our old kitchen. And he said, because when you do the Tibetan alphabet, it's, you go through this alphabet, but he showed me how it corresponded to the body. You would start low and it would go up, and then we did the next round would be down. So you had this whole total involvement just saying the freaking alphabet, And he said, now, the Tibetans, they're even forgetting all this. And he says, now they're like doing English. Just on the tips of the lips. And to me, that is a kind of an example of the amount of knowledge like this, talking about how you mix with it, or they're getting this out of the earth, all this stuff. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. And even someone like me, who is really sorry, but in a very minor way, dedicated my life to this. You just feel so humble at the amount of knowledge that isn't even being paid attention to. It's just not that we don't know, but and what are you gonna do? It's collective karma and stuff, but nonetheless, this is so impressive, Dr. Kunchog.
Another thing is, I used to work in the AMDO, the Tibetan hospital. They did like recently, couple years ago, did like one specific product, which is today I mentioned a lot of times the formulas mixed with the honey and melted butter. They just get the best quality and butter from the nomadic area during the summer when the flowers bloom. The butter is like beautiful color, yellow, like gold. And they collected that butter and they made a specific nutrition, which called like the melted butter. And from medical center, they mentioned, said the melted butter is good for sharpen your mind. Sharpen your mind. And It's good for prevent with the forgetting, forget, the memory lose. That's why they made, they put inside the, what was it, jelly kind of. Like when you eat the fish oil,
Oh, like
They- no capsule,
capsule, right?
like a fish oil inside it, or you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
take it with the,
Yeah, right.
what that capsule like,
Yeah, that's it.
you can take it with that,
Yeah,
yeah, they made that. It's very popular. It's kind of omega-3, but I don't know the quality of the butter here. But the butter quality in Tibet is good. They made that,
Maybe we're looking for organic.
yeah, organic butter, yeah.
I've heard that there's herbs in the Himalayas that have omega-3s in them, so if the yaks are eating those herbs, that's how you're getting butter.
That's why the Tibetan medicine is not very effective with the Tibetans who live in the high altitude. And the Tibetan medicine is very effective in inner China, the lower area, high altitude. And they said it's very effective because like Tibetans always eating yak meat, always drinking the milk and the butter. All those comes from the earth, the grass from the, the mountain. That's why your bodies get used to eat that. But the Chinese people taking the Tibetan pills, very effective. This makes sense that. We have like formula for the Saraswati. Saraswati. The
Saraswati,
the Saraswati, yeah. Manjushri.
Yeah.
One's Manjushri pill, one's Saraswati pill. Saraswati pill ingredients, I will translate and I can send production. You can share it with them. That one is very easy to make it. But you can make it, you get the ingredients, but after you made the pill, you have to, consecrate. That's we have to practice. Or you do like short-term retreat with the Saraswati until you have a signs of the complete success. Then, that in many cases, they have a speech problem. Always, treated by this speech therapy. Autism case, I always give in the Saraswati pill and Manjushri pill. Yeah. If you look at the ingredients, it's very simple, like the 3 roots. But the function, the benefit is the different. Beyond that, that's the power of the herbs and also the meditation and also the mental.
Yeah, Saraswati, goddess of wisdom and music.
Yeah, wisdom and music.
Yeah, communication.
It's very popular in the Tibetan Buddhism, the Buddhism and the Hinduism. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, they are practicing. Any questions? No?
I have one.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhat related. Is there anything good for, I guess I'm getting older and, my body, like, so if I hope, even lately, if I, sit too long, you have a lot of muscle tightness, like things get too tight. Is there anything good for kind of,
The medicine you took.
yeah, medicine or anything like?
Yeah, this
If I hold posture too long, my muscles start to.
yeah, this the the 3 roots of the the rejuvenation.
Yeah.
You can make it by yourself. It's definitely good for that. It's more connected to the kidney part. Yeah. Also this exercise.
Yeah.
And you can do. I'm working 7 days. Okay, like sometimes I get neck pain, the upper back pain. I do this inside my clinic. That's the lock the door. I do it for couple hours, no, couple minutes. Immediately, it's update and refreshed. My mind. Yeah, this sort of exercise. No more questions? No?
So, just to piggyback up, so do the same thing, like if for like you're saying, for the stress in the neck and stress from, just everything.
Of course, like this is to open the whole body.
Open
not
whole body.
only like the neck.
Yeah.
Like if you do this is the leg. If you do this, also good for neck, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's moving the whole body.
Mm.
After like practicing like 2 or 3 times of sessions of this,
Yeah.
definitely you can feel that
Mhm.
immediately. You know, you're different than before.
Do you do this like when you wake up in the morning, you do this first, then can do
Yeah.
like your meditation
Yeah.
after?
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Of course, like when you wake up, you still like
yeah.
half sleeping.
Mhm.
You have to refresh mind, yeah?
Okay.
Any questions, no? Huh? What time you close now?
12:30.
12:30?
12:30, we have that at 12,
Oh, yes.
the consult.
Yeah, what time?
12:26.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, yeah, yeah. Like the chapter is very short, okay? Like the 70% is meditation.
Mhm.
Tomorrow I'm gonna tell you guys the meditation. It's very, very interesting. Yeah. Not only one deity, the different to get the essence, blessings. And then that. Yeah. Finish 12:30, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So it's what, 12:30?
Yeah.
And then left,
Yeah,
and then
the right come